Have you ever wondered what happens as you get older? Life doesn't slow down. It shifts. And right now, I'm going to share something that might just change how you think about aging. It's not about fighting time. It's about dancing with it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 6 critical things you can't afford to let happen. Not because aging is something to fear, but because you deserve to live these years on your terms. This isn't just another talk about getting older. This is about staying vibrant, powerful, and completely, unapologetically you. I am David Harrison, and welcome to this channel. I've dedicated myself to sharing wisdom about living well in our golden years. From practical tips to heartwarming conversations, we'll discover together how to make these golden years truly shine. Subscribe to stay connected and inspired. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference for me. Ready? Let's step right in. Number 1. Don't let others define your identity. Labels. We've all got them. And as you age, they start piling up faster than dust on an old bookshelf. Retired, grandparent, senior. These words might sound harmless, but they're quiet thieves, stealing your complexity, your fire, your endless potential. They're trying to shrink you down, stuff you into a tiny box with a neat little ribbon. But here's the truth. You're wildly, beautifully more than any single title. Remember when people told you what you could or couldn't do at 20? You didn't listen then. So why start listening now? Your identity isn't a museum piece to be preserved. It's a living, breathing story you're still writing. I've seen it happen too many times. Someone hits 60 or 70, and suddenly everyone expects them to slow down and fade into the background, to become nice and pleasant. But nice doesn't light you up inside. Pleasant doesn't make your heart race with excitement. Reinvention isn't just possible, it's your secret weapon. Think about it. You've collected decades of wisdom, skills, and experiences. That's not baggage, that's rocket fuel. Want to start a side business? Learn salsa dancing? Write that novel you've been dreaming about. Do it. No permission slip is required. Your potential doesn't have an expiration date. It doesn't come with a best buy stamp. You get to decide who you are right now, today. Not based on who you were, but on who you're becoming. So here's your invitation. Explore something that makes your pulse quicken. Something that feels slightly scary. Something that doesn't fit into anyone else's neat little category. Your identity is a blank canvas. And darling, you're holding all the paintbrushes. Number 2. Don't let social isolation creep in. Silence can be a sneaky predator. And loneliness? It doesn't just hurt your heart. It attacks your entire body. Think isolation happens to other people? Think again. It creeps in slowly like fog rolling across an empty street. One missed coffee date. A few ignored phone calls. Suddenly you're surrounded by walls that feel taller each day. But here's the raw truth. Connection isn't a luxury, it's survival. Humans aren't wired to be solo travelers. We're designed for community, for shared stories, for moments that spark and connect. And when we pull back, our health takes a hit harder than you might imagine. Loneliness can be as destructive as smoking a pack a day. Don't wait for someone to reach out. You've got to be the bridge. Join a local club. Volunteer at the community center. Call that friend you've been meaning to catch up with. Heck, strike up a conversation with the barista. Small interactions aren't just nice. They're your lifeline. Staying connected takes work. But it's the most important work you'll do. Your social muscles need exercise just like your body. They'll get stronger with use, and weaker with neglect. Your world doesn't have to shrink. Not today, not ever. Not. Number 3. Don't let your mind become stagnant. Brains aren't museum pieces. They're wild, hungry organisms desperate for challenge. Idle minds aren't just boring, they're dangerous. Your brain craves novelty, like a plant craves sunlight. Feed it or watch it wither. Forget those dusty crossword puzzles. We're talking about real mental gymnastics. Learn a language that twists your tongue. Pick up an instrument that makes your fingers fumble. Write a story that scares you a little. Feeling frustrated? Good. That's the sound of your brain growing. 15 minutes, that's all it takes. 15 minutes of pushing past comfort. Of trying something that makes you feel slightly awkward. Slightly uncertain. A puzzle. A new book. A creative project that challenges your usual thinking. Your mind is a muscle. And muscles grow through resistance. The world doesn't slow down just because you're getting older. So why should you? Number 4. Don't let physical inactivity become a habit. Sitting is the new smoking. Harsh? Maybe. True? Absolutely. Those hours spent glued to a chair aren't just stealing your energy, they're robbing your health, inch by silent inch. But here's the game changer. Movement doesn't mean marathon training. It doesn't require fancy equipment or superhuman strength. A walk around the block, stretching while the coffee brews, gardening that makes your hands dirty and your spirit sing. Consistency trumps intensity, every single time. Your body craves motion like a river craves flow. Stand up every hour. Dance while doing dishes. Take the stairs. Park a little farther away. These aren't huge gestures, they're tiny revolutions. Think small movements can't change everything? Watch me. Your muscles remember, your joints appreciate, your heart celebrates. Movement isn't a punishment, it's a celebration of being alive. Number 5. Don't let go of your sense of purpose. The purpose isn't some grand, distant mountain. It's the ground beneath your feet. Forget those massive, world-changing dreams. Your purpose might be smaller, quieter, and infinitely more powerful. Mentoring a neighbor's kid, tending a garden that feeds your soul. Volunteering at the local shelter, you don't find purpose, you create it. Day by day, moment by moment. What lights you up? What makes your heart beat a little faster? What brings that spark of joy, that tiny electric current of excitement? That's your compass. The purpose isn't about grand gestures, it's about showing up. Consistently, authentically, with everything you've got. Some days, purpose looks like a conversation. Other days, it's a homemade meal. Sometimes it's just being fully present. Your life isn't over, it's unfolding. Number 6. Don't let your finances become a source of stress. Money talks, and sometimes it screams. Financial stress isn't just about numbers, it's a weight that sits on your chest, making every breath feel harder. But here's the truth. You've got more power than you realize. Financial wellness isn't about having more. It's about making what you have work smarter, not harder. Downsizing isn't defeat. It's strategy. Simplifying isn't giving up, it's breaking free. Those unnecessary expenses, they're little anchors holding you back from true financial peace. Take a deep breath, grab a pen. It's time to get real with your money. Review that budget like you're solving a puzzle. Cut the subscriptions you've forgotten about. Cancel the memberships collecting dust. Those small leaks, they're draining your financial boat. Consulting a financial advisor isn't admitting weakness, it's showing strength. It's saying, I'm taking control. A small plan today can be your ticket to freedom tomorrow. Your finances don't define you, but how do you manage them? That tells a powerful story. We've covered some serious ground together. Remember this: aging isn't something that happens to you. It's something you navigate, with intention, with fire, with absolutely no apologies. You're not defined by a number, not by a title, not by what others expect. Your identity is yours to craft. Your connections matter. Your mind is a playground. Your body is your adventure vehicle. Your purpose, it's the fuel that keeps you moving. And your finances, they're just another tool in your toolbox. Which of these challenges hit home for you? I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below. Share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. This isn't about getting older. This is about getting better. Let's do this.